talk about defining people instead of defining moments. And the first one is Queenie Marion, who was the first Tall Tree citizen in 1980. Many of you knew her. It is because of Queenie that we have Avenidas and the Palo Alto Art Center. She led the Crusades, and there's a room in her name at the Art Center. And she always said, you need to be involved in the community, so that's how I got started in it. Then I had the idea for the handbook in 1970, and Jim Webb took me to lunch with Don Fleming from Atherton Typography. He said, you have a tiger by the tail. We'll set the type. And that summer I went back to Taos, and Pioneer ecologist Paul B. Sears had happened to move to Taos and live in my mother's condos. And so he assured us that indeed there was a need for this kind of information, and he wrote the foreword. And he's the one that taught me about the value of individual action. Fast forward to 1986. After I tried to work on a PC with Joe Villarreal and that didn't work, then I went to Stanford Treatment Center, got out, and Joe said, you need to buy a Macintosh. So I called Daddy and I said, Daddy, can I borrow $3,000 to buy a computer? So he sent me the $3,000. December 31st, 1986, I went down to Computerland, gave him my list. They put the boxes in the car. I took them into my family room. And 3 weeks later on Super Bowl Sunday, I said, you better open the boxes. And that was the beginning. Fast forward to 2005. I was having brainstorming at my house about new ways to address environmental issues. And Santa Clara County retired senior planner Don Whedon came to one of the meetings. And he mentioned this concept that was life-changing, I think, and it's winds of change. Oh, yeah, I can't remember the rest of it. Winds of change, adapting our communities to the changing realities of the 21st century. These changes include increased economic competitiveness, global warming, the growing baby boomer generation. And after he gave the talk that cloudy Saturday morning to 300 people at HB Auditorium, Sandra Longquist came up and said, we need to bring this to the chamber. And that was the beginning of Palo Alto Business Goes Green, which led me to another very important defining person in my life, and that's Steve Schneider, world-acclaimed climate scientist. And he has really been a mentor to me about the issue of global climate change. I urge you to get Bay Area green, pardon me, Jay, and I am doing a series of conversations in it with Steve, and the conversation this month is also with Peter Greckmeyer and Jim Keene. My last defining person is Eileen Richardson and her accomplishments for the Downtown Streets team. Wow, what a change she's made in addressing the needs of the homeless and showing them how to become productive, vital citizens. They were just named to the top 50 innovations in American government by Harvard University's Kennedy School of Government, Ash Institute. Stand up, Eileen. Come on, stand up, all of you. When I gave my valedictory address at Taos High School, then I went to Colorado College and got an F on my first English essay. That was a reality check. I ended it by saying, we will prove ourselves to you by what we become. I just wish that my parents and the others who mentored me were here to enjoy my honor this evening. I feel very lucky to live in Palo Alto, and I feel very lucky to have all the wonderful friends that I have. And I want to thank my son Jim, his lovely wife Rochelle, his daughter Kiera, named after the first woman lawyer in California, my daughter Beth, who said a couple of years ago, Mom, I want to do what you're doing, and she's doing a really neat volunteer event at Stevenson House. Got to get the plugs in. Her incredible husband, Andy Kohlhauer, her daughter Maya and Jada, they are why I do what I do 25 hours a day. Thank you very much.